What's up, everybody, and welcome to another just amazing, fantastic edition of the Put in the Book show. This is season 4, episode number 22. I'm wearing the green, and we need the luck of the Irish here. I'm Steve. Got Keith.
Oh my God!
I went way outside the box there. Jeez, I went like,
wow.
Keith to my left. I got my man Rodriguez right down here, which I say my man because we've been agreeing on everything.
Oh,
just
wait a minute.
We don't even know that it's happening, and we're agreeing on it.
We just agreed on another thing. You said you're wearing that green shirt for luck. I'm wearing the New York away uniform for luck.
And Keith has the apple behind him for luck, which didn't work out last week.
And Keith has the apple. No, it doesn't work out.
I'm actually wearing the black because I am in mourning.
Oh, stop. Producer Joe behind the imaginary fake glass, a.k.a. Rodriguez's wall.
Fuck the West Coast.
100% agree. I don't know exactly what he said, but I agree with him.
I can't repeat it because there may be people under 18 watching, but it's basically have a nice day, West Coast.
Beep. Beep. All right. So as we typically do, just real quick, Dom, what's up, man? We will see by Sunday if we have life. We had life last week. On the last show, we had just swept the Nationals. But we'll get to that. Keith, how's your last week of your life outside of baseball? Because, we'll all have predictable responses for that. But how's everything been this last week?
I have a hard time separating baseball from life because baseball is life.
Ball is life.
Mets are a part of life. But it's been good. Just lots of busy stuff. Lots of changes going on. Nothing bad, nothing necessarily good at the moment. But I've been just super busy, man. But
that's the way to be.
It's true,
it's August already.
You get up, you get moving, you're productive, you have a goal, you accomplish things towards that goal, and you feel good about it. And that's really what I need the Mets hitters to start doing. How about you,
Rodriguez? What's up, man? How's your week been? He taunts me with that orange hat. I got to go buy an orange hat.
That is a cool hat.
Yeah, that's kind of why I have it there.
Very jealous of it.
Just so that you can see it and be jealous of it. So
very jealous.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. My week has been fine. Mind your business. Don't get into my affairs. I keep telling you that every week, and you never listen. You always ask me what's going on. I keep telling you.
You know me for a long time. I never listen.
Hey, Artie, how's your ash?
You never listen. How's that? What?
All right. How what?
It's a Sopranos reference.
Producer Joe.
Oh, wait a minute. Hey, Producer Joe, how did he start the show? Because he can't get away with this. All right? Because Producer Joe, how does he not start the show, first of all, Producer Joe? Okay? He's talking to us, telling us, counting down the show. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He forgets he's on mute. Then he starts cursing us out. Comes on, he goes, I forget I'm on mute. And he goes, have a nice day. Have a nice day, Rodriguez. So he can't say have a nice day to me and get away with it. All right?
So that was a lot, Producer Joe. Oh, man. Rodriguez is down on Producer Joe. That's not a good thing because you're back there, Producer Joe. You're back behind that wall, and he's got full reign, I think.
I'm not getting fed this week. That's what's
happening. And that's rain with an E, not an A.
Yep. All right. You're good. All right. Hey, listen, we've all been busy. We've all been doing all this nonsense and living our lives and no complaints. Let's just get the show started, baby. Producer Joe, hit it.
Put up the bullets.
All right, welcome everybody else in who has joined us since we started this bad boy. We'll kick it off how we normally do. We need some of that energizing coffee talk.
This segment is brought to you by the Mets.
That's the
lineup.
decaf version.
The Mets
Switch
lineup
it to the
is
cap.
nothing but decaf.
It feels that way.
It does feel that way. This segment is brought to you by BrooklynWaterCoffeeRoasters.com. From their roaster to your front door. Only to find as beans are hand selected, not from the Mets lineup, but from our wonderful people over at BrooklynWaterCoffeeRoasters.com. That's www.BrooklynWaterCoffeeRoasters.com. And those beans are hand selected to bring you the most excellent taste in the business. Check them out now if you go online and you see their category for flavors, different coffees. There is a ton of flavors out there, such as dark roast, dark chocolate. It's a rich chocolate flavored, delicious coffee. You heard Farachi. I pointed the right way. He said it's the best. And if you drink it, you just got to be careful. You don't want to drink too many cups of coffee because it has a lot of calories. It's dark chocolate after all. Right, Farach? What's the calories per cup on that one again? I don't recall.
Zero.
Oh, Nikes. So I could drink 3 cups?
17.
And how many calories would that be?
17 times 0. 1, carry the 1, carry the 3.
Zero. Boom! Check them out. www.brooklynwatercoffeeroast.com. In all seriousness, there's a lot of delicious flavors out there. My personal favorite is Morning Wood. Keeps you going in the morning, keeps you active day and night. And Morning Wood actually is a
Likes
really
waking
delicious.
up next to it.
I just ordered a bag of Morning Wood. I ordered a bag of my other favorite, Cinnabuzz, and then I just threw a third one in there. Not a chocolate fan, but
Turd.
I ordered the dark roast dark chocolate. Do you know how I got the third one, Farach?
Did you put in a promo code?
That's right. And if you act now, Pop Culture Pros, it's in the scroller. All capital letters. Use the code Pop Culture Pro.
Somebody hit him.
Pop Culture Pros, and on your checkout, and you get the third bag free. So just throw a third bag in there for the heck of it. Check the flavor out. You don't know. Maybe you won't like it. If you don't like it, hey, it was free. Give it to family. There's what's the banana flavor? I don't have a script in front of me. There was a banana flavor, Bananarama. What's that?
Rodriguez.
In the 80s?
What's it called? Banana.
Hannah Banana.
Hannah Banana.
Hannah
Boom.
Banana. Actually, it's really good, Hannah Banana. I've tried that. There's a ton of flavors out there, and you can also add 50% more caffeine per cup to any bag of coffee that you order.
Which
right now on
do.
www.brooklyn. Right. What's the point if you don't have extra caffeine, right, or whiskey? www.brooklynwatercoffeeroasters.com. From their roastery to your front door. Check them out now. All orders are guaranteed to ship within 24 hours of its roast date. You will not get fresher coffee anywhere. Your supermarket coffees are sitting there for months. This will get to you within days of its roast date. Delicious.
Get out of here.
And you can get the auto drip, you can get the full bean, whatever you want. Whatever.
Frank, how much of the
Pop
wins?
Culture Pros is the code to use. Peace.
Morning Wood, more like burn the wood. Buy 2 wins, get 1 free, says Terzio. Welcome
I'll
to all that have joined in, and we need to go 30-12. I would love to go 30-12. We're gonna get there, Dom. I know you don't believe that we're gonna go 30-12. I just know you. I know you. I know it.
I honestly don't think the Mets have the team to go 30-12 too, but I do think we have the team to take first place and get into the playoffs and be a threat if we perform the way we should.
But and we'll get to that. A couple of things coming through. Some breaking news, I guess. The Trevor Bauer administrative leave has been extended. He took the 5th today. In that nonsense trial that's going on. Who knows when he's going to pitch again? Don't care when he's going to pitch again. We don't have to face him.
Rodriguez, you think this is a whether smoke is fire situation, or you think this is just a strenuous legal situation?
He's a little jerk. There's something there. Okay, he's an arrogant little jerk.
Yep.
What are you gonna do?
I agree. I think smoke and fire.
He has a lot of personality. So if all that personality, I guess it must come out somehow, some ways. So
I'll
He's
let the
taking a
courts tell
fifth
me
for
his
a
guilt
reason.
or innocence. But I think there's smoke, there's fire. That's my opinion.
Plead the fifth,
Uh,
incriminate yourself. That means you're guilty.
Right.
yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, just like every celebrity that pays this off and pays that person off just to make everything kind of go away.
It's like this. No comment.
Yeah, exactly, exactly, exactly. I'm out. Tergio says, I heard a story Michael Kay said yesterday during the Red Sox Yankee game. A kid who was about 15 years old told him that Gary, Keith, and Ron are better than him, which is facts, 100%. All right, let's get to Mets talk here. Since last we left, we've not done too well. Losing 5 out of 6, getting swept by the Dodgers. 2 of the games we lost by a run, and both of the games, going ahead into extra innings, the Dodgers have lost 11 straight extra inning games, and then beats us 2 in a row in extra innings, and then heading to San Francisco. Very much a struggle. That team is fantastic. Their offense is great. Their fundies, right, Rodriguez? Their fundies are great. Look at yesterday, DeSclafani, who's been one of their top guys all year long. He goes down in the second inning, and what does the bullpen do to us? Blanks us to the ninth. So, 1-5 since last week. No, that's not what we're looking for here. But I did listen to a little bit of a Mets morning podcast, and I can't remember the guy's
Josh
name.
Lewin?
Josh Lewin.
Yeah, I listened to that too.
Stupid theme song, but it's funny.
Yeah, it is funny, but it's a good show. It's a quick, short hit, and it has good facts. Yeah.
In the morning, so you're drinking your coffee, Brooklyn Water coffee. But Rodriguez, he said on today's show, he said, nobody should be disappointed in what the Mets are doing through this stretch. He said the Dodgers are a better team than them. Look at look on the injuries, right? The Giants are a better team than them. Look at the injuries. He said when the injured guys come back, maybe they're a little bit more level, but right now you can't ask the Mets to go 8-5, 13 straight games against the Dodgers and Giants.
No, not in the real world. In the imaginary Mets world, which I wanted to be in, yeah, I wanted them to be able to win. But you got to look at things realistically. We are 4 All-Stars short of. We are 4 All-Stars short. Noah, deGrom, Lindor, and Baez. These guys are major players. These guys are major players in the league. They're real All-Stars. So we're down those 4 guys, and we're competing against a team like the Dodgers, full of All-Stars. So we lost by a run to the Dodgers. 2 out of 3 we lost by a run. One game we got smoked, right? We got pretty much beat up. So whatever. But we competed with them on 2 out of 3 games with a really depleted team, and everybody has injuries and all that stuff. But the other day I heard that we had the 61st player to put on a Mets uniform this year. Cisco, right? Was it
Cisco?
Whatever the hell his first name. Cisco.
Doesn't matter. He got a hit yesterday.
So it's not black cherry Cisco. That stuff made me puke as a kid.
Wow.
Well, see, if you drink 2 gallons of it, it'll make you puke. Okay. Maybe that's the problem. So you got try to look at we're a competitive team. I'm hoping that we can go 500 the rest of the year and make it competitive and make it seem like at least we have a shot, because you never know what could happen to the teams in front of us. But we do need to win 30 games. And if you don't think we can win 30 games, then you don't think the Mets can make the playoffs. That's all there is to it.
Because they're at 60 right now, guys. 60
they're
and
at
60. So that gives you 90 wins.
We have to win the division. We have to win the division.
That we don't have any shot. I mean, the Padres have been falling out of the wild card.
Yeah, but the wild card, there's going to be teams with better records than us. I'm pretty sure. We have to win this division by hook or by crook.
By any means necessary.
So hold on, if I can just jump in real quick, I agree with everything you said, Rodriguez. No,
I was going to you, buddy.
Oh, thanks, bud. Hold on, let me point the right way again. Oh, look at that. I was just going to say that I agree with everything you said, Rodriguez. I think there's a couple of things that kind of frustrate me going down the line here. This West Coast trip, you can't avoid that. It's a part of every season. It's the National League. There's some great teams out there right now, and it is what it is. I was hoping we were good enough to pull out 500. But anyway, what really frustrates me is the scheduling, because we have a lot of American League games coming up down the line. What is the point? I think it's stupid. I think we need to go back to the old school way, where there was a period during the season around the All-Star break before and after where you played American League teams and you moved on. I think we need to play a lot more divisional games down the road, not National League versus American League. Because I think the point of me saying that is, I think if we've really faced our own division, we would have a good chance to get into a position where we were in first place, because there is no team in our division that I can definitively say is better than us. They may have an edge when we're hurt now, of course. But I think, you look at the Braves, they're probably the potentially the best team in the division right now. Then you get the Phillies, second or third, us first. All those three teams are competing for first place in that division, and I think they're all interchangeable depending on what's going on. And if we were all be able to battle it out down the line, it would be so much more fun, not only for the fans, but for all of baseball. And I have a serious issue with, we need to win 90 games. I don't think we would need to win 90 games if we didn't have to face the American League and all these other divisions down the stretch. I just calling that out. I have an issue with the schedule.
90 games is a standard norm for any division.
It is, but
anyone
our
that
division
is in the top of the division.
Let's be honest, our division is the weakest in the National League, probably.
90's low. 90's low to win the division with. Okay, 95, 98, 100. That's when you win the division. But 90 is a low number, so it's not that big a deal to get to 90 and win this division. So it's a low number. So it doesn't say that much about our division. It's a bad division, I think.
I agree. Yeah, no, I agree. But I think we could win the division with 86 wins. As bad as that sounds.
What are we? 3 games behind? How many games are we down? 3 or 4?
I think 3.5 right now.
The Braves
4.5.
Is it 3
4.5?
4.5. The
Oh, it's
Braves
4.5. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought it was 3.5. You're
so
right.
4.5 with 40 games to go.
And you got 3 games against the Braves. You got 3 games against the Phillies.
Other teams. Yeah,
anything can happen, right?
And then the Marlins and the Nationals, we play more than 3 times. I want to say, because I think we have a 5-game series with the Marlins coming up. So that's
we're gonna lose 4 of those.
That's what I thought.
it could happen.
But so do the Nationals, even when the Nationals are bad. And I felt that last week. I was like, oh, this is the Nationals just traded everybody, but watch them come out and whoop us. Mets turn around and swept them. Here's a tweet from somebody who covers the Phillies. I guess something's going on in the game or a little while ago. Zach Wheeler staring down Tom Hallion as he leaves, the umpire. He's yelling at him. Frustration has boiled over. The Phillies are a mess. And then he says, since July 7th, this will bring maybe a smile to some Mets fans out there. Since July 7th, Zach Wheeler, 8 starts.
Brian Home sucks.
Brian Home does sucks. 4 earned runs or more in 5 of those 8. In those 8 starts, he's 4-4 with a 4.28 ERA. Come down to earth a little bit. Make us feel a little bit better. But so forget about that for a second. The news, the rumors are rampant out there that it's a 99.9% likelihood that deGrom is done for the year. I got that news from Brian Hum Sucks, which makes it even worse. He said, "Is this true?" And I said, "I don't know. I'm working. Let me go look to see if it's true." So that makes things a lot more difficult, because then you need Stroman to really continue to step up, which he has for the most part done. He's had a clunker here and there.
Love that kid.
Mcgill has been absolutely tremendous. Producer Joe, I don't know if you got the images I sent you, but Mcgill, yeah or no? There we go.
He's crying. Give him a minute.
Pop it up. All right, so this is Mcgill.
Let him get his feelings out.
Here's Mcgill amongst rookies who have at least 10 starts. He's second in ERA, 3.21. 5th in WHIP, 1.16. 8th in strikeouts per 9.64, and 8th in batting average against, 2.36. So now you even think of take this to the next level. Where would the Mets be without Mcgill? And he's got one win to show for it. Look at those numbers, and poor guy has
look at
one
that
win.
ERA.
Look at Stroman. What is he? 8-11 with
And look at his ERA.
his ERA.
Yeah.
I feel like this is segueing into another.
If deGrom is done, Keith, you're on mute. But I'll start with you.
Oh.
If deGrom is done for the season, now where do you think we land in wins? I know you said 86. Rodriguez, I don't know if the 90 was a prediction or where you think we need to get, but Keith, that's our guy. This is deGrom. He's the historic season, and now it's potentially over.
Not having deGrom every fifth day is obviously terrible. But I think we can still make a run for a playoff position. Problem is not so much the pitching. Yes, the pitching hasn't been stellar.
Mr. Guines, what's up?
We've seen the stats, but I think and this segues to something else, and you can take it there if you want. But I think our hitting needs to kind of wake up a little bit and have a little more discipline. So yes, we are missing 4 All-Stars. Yes, part of those All-Stars are Lindor, Baez. I mean, we're missing some really key components to our lineup, but we do have some really key players still in our lineup, and they are just not pulling through when they should. Conforto is coming back, starting to look a little more to form to the Conforto we're used to. Not everybody
started to pick it up a little bit. Megill,
there was a certain comment that was put out there by a certain person, very important to the Mets, and I gotta say, I really agree with what he said. There needs to be a little more discipline in our lineup, and I don't think this is a new thing. I don't
listen to our show.
I'm saying it. I don't think it's the first time any of us has said it. The discipline in our lineup is seriously lacking. Not that it's the only problem with the team, but I think we'd be in a better position if there was better discipline throughout that lineup in terms of hitting, looking for their own pitch, and not.
Keith, do you not like McNeil swinging at the first pitch no matter what, every single at bat?
That is his style. Okay.
But you got to read the room. You got to read the room. Right. You got to, the guy is thrown, 8 out of 10 pitches out of the zone. Just maybe not go up there.
Even Muhammad Ali changed his style when he fought George Foreman. Okay.
So
he invented the rope-a-dope. He invented tiring Foreman out because he knew he couldn't outpower Foreman. The best athletes adjust and adapt. So now it's time to do that.
Just talking about you, McGill. Talking about you. Before we segue into that quote, I just back to deGrom real quick. So this feels like to me, Rodriguez, that this is the turning point in his career. Not that it's going shit. It's not that it's going south. That he now needs to make some adjustments. Maybe 102 is not necessary. Maybe 101 is not necessary on every single pitch. But at this point, I mean, he tripled the number of pitches 101 and above than the next guy. So next year is his off season. Should his off season be? Let me take it down a notch. Get down to 98. God forbid. But deGrom is still a beast of a pitcher. And I'm not just saying it because he's on a team, but he's one of the smartest pitchers in baseball. I don't think he's going to have a problem with it, but I look to you, Rodriguez. Do you think this is the offseason that he should kind of make that transition?
I don't think that he has to change anything, to be honest. And I say this because of what they've said. They've said that, and he said this, that his increase in velocity is not a product of him trying to throw harder. It's a product of him fine-tuning his delivery. Okay, so it's all about delivery. He's not supposed to be exerting himself. That's what he says.
Right.
So if that's true, he doesn't have to change a thing because his delivery is dead on. Okay, his control is dead on. If he's having injuries with his arm, it's fatigue. It's something else. You got to look at it because if his delivery is good for him, and he went up like what 3 or 4 miles an hour, right? Easily. As he got older, he just kept going up
every
higher,
year.
higher, higher, which no one in the world has ever done. It's unbelievable.
What did he start at?
to
94?
happen.
Wait, he started like 94. Now he's like 383 miles an hour.
Yeah, he's at 101 easy. Okay, and that's supposed to be his delivery. So why does he have to change it? He just has to figure out what is wrong with him. Maybe his nutrition is bad. A lot of it could be that. I mean, he's 6'4", 6'5", and he's 190.
He looks like a picky
pounds,
eater.
if that. I mean, he looks like one of those guys. Maybe he needs whatever it is. You're gonna have to put him. Take him out, put him out to the pasture, and say go over there and hang out.
No.
Oh,
Don't put him out the pasture, please.
You went really extreme there.
I did.
No, more of this. He needs more of this.
No, we should do this anyway. Let's
no, every time I take a sip, I forget that we haven't not wished Ron Darling a happy birthday yet.
Ron Darling's
Yes.
birthday. Ron Darling's
So,
birthday.
cheers.
And here's to the Mets turning it around.
Do it.
That goes without saying.
Producer Joe, I
think
assume that you took a drink there
better.
and didn't ruin the whole thing.
So let me just
I'm sure he did.
what you were just saying, Rodriguez, kind of sparked a thought in my mind. Do you remember? I think it was
An alcoholic.
2019. Maybe it was 2019. deGrom had this terrible outing.
I
He gave
do
up 0
against
runs.
Minnesota. No,
He gave up 0 runs.
wait, hold on.
It was
Oh, wait.
3
Can I tell
innings
you?
of like 90 pitches.
Oh, that was this year.
No.
That-
It was before the pandemic.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I don't know the exact game because it just sparked a memory. So I can go back and look it up and post it on our website if anything. But it was one
Okay.
game. I don't remember who he played. I don't remember the specifics. But he pitched like 3 innings, and one of the innings it was like a 56 pitch inning where he gave up 0 runs. It was some kind of weird inning he or kind of weird record he set. And my point in bringing that up
Okay.
is he is such an intelligent pitcher. I think somewhere along the line he learned to throw this hard and he got caught up in it. But if he would have laid back, like you said, on his intelligence and his skill instead of his overpowering.
No, I don't
because
agree. You guys think he's trying to throw that hard, and I guess
I
he
think
is
so,
in,
yeah.
in a way he is. But
I do think so.
if it's his delivery, like they say it is, that is just his form, then he doesn't have to do really change anything in his delivery. Is what I'm trying to say. He doesn't have to hold back. He should just.
I guess
be
it
able
just
to let
depends
go.
on what it is, what it really is.
Right.
So
I
if
guess
it
the
really
question would also
is,
be,
what it really
looking
is.
at tape from
Right.
this
Because
year
what we're
to
doing is
2 or 3 years
speculating.
ago, how much has his form changed? Is it his form, or is it that he's just putting more into it? Who knows? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
If you look at him, when he ends up at the end of his delivery, he's really close to the batter. He gets like another 1.5 feet close to the batter. So that automatically is going to make him make him faster. Remember, he's 6'4", 6'5" with really long strides. Watch him when he pitches, how he ends up. Okay, you see when he's dead on, he's not falling to the side. When he's falling to the side, he's not pitching well. He's lost control. When he's smooth and his delivery goes straight down the middle, and it just flows, you can see the flow in him. You can see that ball just explode out of his hand.
Ricky
I mean,
Chili.
it's a beautiful thing. And
It's like watching art in motion, bro.
when you're at the game, when you guys are at the game and you watch the ground pitch, you see how fast that is, and it's like a missile, dead straight on a line, and it goes like that. Okay, when you see him extending live at the game, it's a fantastic, beautiful thing. I'm just
Sometimes you get caught off guard. You don't look. You're not looking at the catcher. You're just watching deGrom the whole way through. That's what
you don't even have to
sometimes
watch
his
the
motion
game.
is
You just
beautiful.
watch deGrom.
Yeah,
It's so fluid.
Beautiful
It's
thing.
beautiful.
and you see different pitchers get to where they want to be differently, right? So deGrom, it feels so effortless. Whereas Stroman, you always see him. He's always, even between pitches, he is mimicking his
packed, like
set.
power,
he's like, yes,
he's
and
getting
he's
ready.
ready. Like,
Can I just say real quick, I am definitely in a Stroman fan club. I love this kid so much. I know I say it all the time. I just freaking love him. He is such a bulldog at heart. I hope we keep him.
Good.
Yeah, I love this kid. But anyway.
yeah. Oh, Terzio talked about Jake Arrieta. Absolutely not. Let him pitch in San Diego. He's trash now. He's not had a productive season since that one that
Tell him to
Philly-
put a
or the
tampon over
Cubs.
his mouth and cover his nose.
Whoa.
Yeah, no,
All
he
right.
made a whole bunch of comments about masks and
Oh, I didn't know that. But he's not he's the guy on the other team that you hate. He's like a Chase Utley type, but that's his attitude.
he's like, "Go screw yourself and be on another team."
Yeah. So let's talk about what Cohen said. And if you were watching or listening to the show last week or the week before, I don't remember when, I didn't agree with Zach Scott saying what he said, just because he doesn't even have the job yet. Like, don't alienate your whole your clubhouse. This guy can do whatever the hell he wants, and I'm glad that he said this. Steve Cohen says it's hard to understand how professional hitters can be this unproductive. The best teams have a more disciplined approach to slugging, and OPS numbers don't lie. I mean, it's right there. The best teams have a more disciplined approach. I gotta move over here. Cohen knows what it is that a professional team needs. I mean, he's a Mets fan. He has been a Mets fan for all these years, right? And he had a certain expectation, just like the rest of us Mets fans. And when you got guys that are not consistent, nobody in this lineup has been consistent start to finish, or even for like 2.5 months at a time, you know. But Nimmo's been inconsistent. You just go all the way down. McNeil, what is he? 260 something, 250 something. Dom's in the 250s. Pete's in the 250s. Conforta's at 220. Lindor's at 220. Nobody's been effective, and the starting pitching has had 3 victories since the All-Star break. They are like second to last in ERA over 5 since the All-Star break. So when you have in the first half hitting that's just good enough to do what the pitching is great enough at doing, and then you take that pitching away, what do you think is going to happen? You'll lose 9.5 games in the standings in 20 days. And so I like that he did this. I don't want to speak for you guys. I'm going to pass off to you guys, but I'm pretty sure you guys like that he did this. But is he also saying that he screwed up with Chili Davis, or does he need to replace the replacement for Chili Davis? What do you guys think, Rodriguez? Because I didn't call on anybody last week and nobody talked.
You remember that?
You remember that?
We're waiting for you. We're waiting for you to finish the approach.
That's my bad.
You know, that's your job. Anyway, so he's 100% right. He knows baseball, okay? He sees what these guys are doing. He sees guys swinging at first pitch. He sees guys, after a walk, swinging at the first pitch or trying to hit the ball out. He sees the uppercut swings. I mean, the guy's an old school guy. I'm sure he knows what a good hitting team looks like. He doesn't have to be the greatest coach in the world or be a professional coach to see that we're failing at that, okay? So my thoughts is we're not prepared when we go up to the plate, okay? And since we're not prepared, because how could you miss 91-mile-an-hour fastballs every single time? These guys are just missing
right down the middle, Rodriguez. So, it drives me insane.
They don't know what's coming. The fact that they don't know it's coming is they don't know what type of pitcher this guy is. They don't know the pitching sequence. They're not understanding the game, or they're not understanding their at bat. So to me, it's totally mental. I don't think any of them have any physical ailments that they can't hit the ball anymore. So the only thing they're doing is the uppercut swing, which is bad. If you notice, when Dominic Smith starts going level, he starts mashing. Every single one of them. As soon as they bring their swing down and they go a little bit level, they start smacking the ball around. So it's those 2 hitting coaches, okay? You need to bring somebody in to prepare the team better. Or if it's not them and they're preparing the team better, it's the players, and they're not listening, which goes back to discipline, which goes back to the ownership. I like Zach Scott saying shit because he's management. I like the owner saying something because he's management. So I want them to be on the players. Earn your money, learn to be a professional ball player, and stop crying when your hitting coach gets cut.
Yes, I agree. I agree with that. Just catch up on the comments here a little bit. Boulette said maybe if they hired a hitting coach who knew what the hell he's doing, maybe that would help.
Boulette.
No, it's Boulette. Because earlier, I think it was Boulette that said that the Phillies addressed all their needs at the trade deadline. They just got swept by the Arizona Diamondbacks. Okay, this Arizona Diamondbacks.
Okay.
The Arizona Diamondbacks, didn't they lose like 22 games in a row on the road? And then it just went. Was this in Philadelphia? I want to say it's in Philadelphia, and either way, Arizona just swept the Phillies. Timmy,
Fantastic.
Terzio said take the pitching coach with him. No, I think Hefner's done a really good job.
Are you kidding me?
Shades of the boss.
Seen our pictures?
George Steinbrenner. Well, George
There it
Steinbrenner mentioned on this. I will pass this over to Keith because I know Keith has very strong feelings about this.
I do because
wait, hold on. Let me set the stage. No, it's not really a big deal. Rodriguez and I both kind of called Cohen Mini George because of what he said today. And George Steinbrenner, if he was alive today, he'd be all over Twitter. F this. Didn't he call the Irabu an
fat
ugly
pussy toad?
Fat? Okay, there you go.
No, so like his words, not mine.
Yeah, I know. I remember. No, I just couldn't remember what it was. Now I'm seeing the cartoon on the back of the Daily News and the Post and everything in my mind. But this is something that Steinbrenner would do, and Keith is going to go into this, but Keith doesn't like the comparison. Whatever team he owned, that type of owner, that's what I'm saying that Cohen's a little bit of a mini of. But I understand what you're saying completely. But pretend he owned the Royals. Or the Mariners.
Right. And you and I had an offline conversation about that, and it makes sense because, quite honestly, I don't care what the Yankees do as long as we are not playing them. If we're playing them in the playoffs, we're playing them in the regular season, I hope they suck, they lose, and everything's terrible for them. Outside of that, I really don't care. But there's this connotation in New York where we are the little brother, and then when people say, oh, it's Steinbrenner-esque, or mini Steinbrenner. It to me, it just feeds to that kind of misconception, and it's not. We're two separate entities. That's really my whole thing about it. But moving past that point, I really like what Cohen did here. I really feel that he was putting the onus in this particular comment to your question, Faraci, on the players. I think he was directly calling out the players, not necessarily coaches, although coaches will always be the first to take the hit because they're the cheapest and quickest hit you can make. But the players own their own performance. At the end of the day, you can tell them what to do all day long, and if they don't perform, it is on them. Unfortunately, the coaches take the hit because it's the cheapest way to go about things and shake things up and so on and so forth. The players are just not exhibiting as we've said several times, all three of us, the discipline at the plate they should be. They're not making the corrections they should make. Everybody goes through slumps, but it just seems like they're attacking their slumps with the same thing that got them into the slump. They're not waiting for their pitch. They're swinging through 91-mile-an-hour fastballs down the pipe. I mean, it's getting a little bit frustrating watching these batters bat. I will call out and just give compliments to somebody like a J.D. Davis. He's been pretty consistently good. Not great, but he's been pretty good. And he has no reason for me to say anything bad against him. I will say Conforto, who I've been hard against, has been picking it up and looking pretty damn good. But pretty much the whole entire rest of the lineup, they kind of need to start looking for their pitches, taking better approaches to the plate, and playing a little more defense at the plate. Fouling off balls they're not going to hit that are strikes, not swinging at balls that are not strikes, and hitting a ball that's 91 miles an hour down the middle. It's key, and Rodriguez must have got annoyed he just left. So no, I know.
When I had to join by my cell phone, I found I felt all of Rodriguez's pain when he's on the cell, because I couldn't do anything on the stupid little screen. But
there it goes. But yeah, I just think that we need to make sure our batters are taking the right approach. And Cohen called them out. I don't see how our professional hitter is doing what they're doing.
Kind of like what Cohen said. Professional hitters. Terzio says, how about Jonathan getting picked off 7 times? I don't want to talk about Jonathan VR getting picked off. Anyway, look, my feeling
That's
on
the
this is
Leviar. He's a bench player, and that's where he should be. But unfortunately, he's not.
yeah. Well, at least, well, I guess you can say he's been on base enough to get picked off 7 times.
Right.
I don't know. Let's look at the bright side. But my thought on it is I love that Cohen did that. And so at the very beginning of the year, I was amongst the people that thought, okay, the pitchers are, and we've talked about this on the show, that the pitchers have made the adjustment. Right now, it's up to the hitter to make the adjustment. We're not the only team that's hitting shitty. We're just hitting shitty when it counts. The other teams that are exactly, we talked about this a few weeks ago. The Rays have a lower batting average than us, but guess what? They're clutch in clutch situations. We're not. So we get on base more than them, but we don't score more than them. So there are guys around the league, Ohtani, who just hit his 40th home run, that are making the adjustments on. I ain't seeing a fastball down the middle on 2-0 anymore. That's the way that pitching has gone the way of the breaking ball. So now you got to start thinking in the back of your mind: is it a 2-0? Well, hold on.
The Giants guy. I'm just gonna say the name to your point. That kid that just pitched against us, the redheaded kid, the guy that looked like Opie. All he was throwing was sliding and spinners and spinning and spin. And these guys couldn't do anything. Exactly.
Who am I?
Exactly.
Well, that's how he got the
You're
spin
the
on
Giants
the ball.
pitcher. Logan?
Yeah.
What is it?
I don't remember.
Logan Webb or something was his name?
It was Webb.
Some weird name.
It was Webb, that douche.
Yeah, so
he's a douche.
And they couldn't figure that out. 7 innings of it. 7 innings of it.
But that's what I'm saying. I thought it was okay at the beginning because a 2-0 breaking ball is not what if we go up there looking for a 2-0 breaking ball, then we're probably peeking at signs. That's typically a fastball.
By the third inning,
now,
you gotta be saying to yourself,
no, not by the third inning. By the 5th month is what I'm trying to say. We're in the 5th month of the year. Look for a breaking ball on 2-0 every now and then. It's happening. Sliders and curveballs are happening much more
on the fly, and stop looking for things because you suck at looking for things, Matt.
Well, no, you gotta look.
I'm
or
mad.
else you're gonna be off balance. But back
you can do pitch recognition. Learn it. You get paid $1 million.
Yeah,
Shut up.
The dot on the ball. Yes, I get it all. But for all of history, 2-0, 3-0, 3-1 fastball counts. But you're seeing a lot of breaking balls being thrown at those counts. But again, this is the 5th month.
Not at the major league level. I have to disagree with you. At the major league level.
Don't you dare break our streak.
No, listen to me. I'm going to almost agree with you. Okay? Almost agree with you. Depending on the situation is when you're forced to have to throw that fastball at 3-1 or 3-0 or 2-0. It depends if you have guys on base. You don't want to put more guys on base, that type of stuff. But if you don't have anybody on base and you're 2-0 on a guy, you can throw him the spinner. You should be able to, because that's what a major league player does. A major league pitcher should be able to do. That's the difference between major leagues and minor leagues. In the major leagues, the spinner's coming no matter what, whenever they want to throw it. And in the minor leagues, if you throw a spinner on 3-0, they're gonna bench you. They're gonna tell you, why don't you throw a fastball? That's how it is.
Yeah.
So I agree with you, kinda.
Yeah, I mean, and if you're expecting a fastball on a traditionally fastball count, and he throws you a curve, pitch recognition, to Keith's point, spit on it, let it go. Don't give me this twirly bird, Fred McGriff wannabe Dom,
but
swinging out of the zone and those
or
back foot sliders.
3-2, swing at the Yogi Berra pitch, way out and down. Like, what are you doing?
Or the high fastball. The high fastball is what's killed Pete this year.
And Pete is not the worst case in the lineup. It's just he's the most obvious case because everybody expects a big boom when he's at bat. And he should be doing better. No excuses. But it's just the whole lineup has just been not recognizing pitches. You can't go up there and sit on a certain pitch in today's Major League Baseball. You just can't. It's just, you're not going to get 3-0. It's a fastball pitch. like Rodrigo said, it's just not that way. The last few years that it's evolved into something different. Wake up and change, adjust.
Hey Joe, was that a Coke or a Pepsi or a Coors Light or
Or Santa's
Pop
sleigh bells.
Mike's
Joe, where'd you go?
Mike's Hard Lemonade Seltzer.
Oh, worse than natural ice.
Go get some Velvet Glove.
Natty Light, baby. Natty
Light.
Light.
Don't talk about
Hank Webb.
Don't talk about. Four of
No?
them will get you where you need to go.
Listen. I'm judging it. I've never even tried it. Because quick story. When I first moved to Florida,
What?
I've never tried
Keith,
natural ice before.
Just.
I've tried malt liquor. I've tried natural ice. Was never like I used to be a cashier and people come in for natural ice.
Is the original IPA
and it was like
it had a high alcohol percentage.
Yeah, but it's like a 12-pack for like $4. Can't
But
be
it had
good.
like 6-7%.
No,
Nobody had that back in the days.
No, now
So
everybody's
what?
got it. All right. Real quick, but now, before we get into the Dodger series, yesterday's victory. You don't score shit for 9 innings. I'm getting annoyed putting myself back in yesterday's groove. 9th inning, you come through, tie the game. Here comes Familia to blow the save, and he shouldn't be closing games, but that was the situation that we got ourselves into. He's now 1 for 6 in save situations. But then here comes Kevin Pillar. Has not been doing a damn thing for a very long time. But he comes up in the clutch, big 3-run bomb. We add on to it. Now, I ask you, just one or the other, rapid fire, no details here. Is it a season-saving win, or is it just too late? Keith, season-saving win, just too late. One of those.
Neither.
All right, perfect.
I can't pick one. It's neither.
Rodriguez,
neither.
what do you think?
Did you say neither?
He
Did
did.
you say neither?
He sure did.
Wow.
Sergio says still time.
I think they needed that win. I think they needed that morale boost. I don't know if it's season saving, but they needed it as a team to win and prove to themselves that they can compete with the big boys.
So is it season saving or not? That was the question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, you lose the game, you go 5.5 out, and that just feels more insurmountable than a 4.5 for
We'll
some
see.
reason.
I hope this is a pivot moment and we take off. I hope.
Pivot, producer
Pivot,
Joe,
pivot.
what do you think? Season saving or it's too late? I know what we've been hearing out of you lately.
You know what? Let's see how they build on that for the next 4 games. 4 games against the Dodgers.
Let's do that.
Who's this guy? Who's this guy?
Segue.
Is that a yes?
Listen,
no,
yeah,
or
right.
neither?
You know what?
Yes or
It's
no,
neither
or
one.
neither.
It's neither.
We got two.
All right, well-
It's neither one.
Keith
Yeah,
and
It's neither
producer
one.
Joe.
It's
Yeah.
because it's either one. Because honestly, we could easily come on. Tell me we don't see it. We could easily go in there and get swept 4 games in LA, or we could go in and take. Like Terzio says,
Split it.
2 out of 4 is a huge win at this point. So
Massive.
how are they going to react to that win? God, let's see. We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see.
It's really hard to tell.
You non-committal people, I say it's season saving.
Of course
All right,
you do, because you're Pollyanna, man. You got everything is great. We're gonna be fine.
And you're the
You
opposite.
talk about Farachi,
There
Joe?
he is.
Yeah, exactly, and that's
There
right.
he
And that's
is.
right.
There
When
he
we
is.
But-
when we lost our first game of the year, I said, "God damn, it's over. It's over."
It's
This is-
over.
put it-
You're like,
put
I
it-
know this story before. I've
when-
heard it.
When does football start? I'm done with this team.
Yeah, but you should be done with football already now.
There he is.
I am glad to see that at least 4 of the next 5 games are not the TBD pitcher that pitches for us all
Yeah.
the time.
But for the Dodgers, TBD is pitching tonight. Actually, it's still. So all right, let's get through this
Yeah.
Dodger series. Taijuan Walker pitches tonight, 7-7, 3.75 ERA, as we get the first of a couple of back-to-back 10-10 starts here on the East Coast against TBD. So that is what it is. We'll see. And then tomorrow, Friday, Carrasco, he of the 10.32 ERA. He's just been giving up home runs left and right, and I mean the one game it was 3 solo shots, and then he gave up it was 6 runs against the Dodgers last time out. So an adjustment needs to be made there against the 12-2, 2.09, 162 strikeout Walker Buehler in the lead for Cy Young Award. Walker Buehler. Third game is
Rich Hill, baby.
I'm getting annoyed. I feel like I'm this close to going down Producer Joe's avenue, but I'm not gonna go do it. I'm not gonna do it. It isn't weird that I used to get called poop and milk, and now Producer Joe said I just have a lovely view on things. See that? See that? Adjustments can be made.
Birds of a feather flock together.
Fuck this.
It's in perspective.
Rich-
you know? That's all it is.
Rich Hill 6-4, 4.08 ERA. I don't know what he's done with the Mets. I just don't. I know that it's not been great. Scherzer 10-4, 2.69 ERA, 170 strikeouts. So this is where we get to see Scherzer twice in a week, and then the Sunday game, quite interesting. Marcus Stroman. I'm sorry, I said 8-11. He's 8-12 with a 2.84. Poor guy, man. Poor guy. 8-12, 2.84 ERA.
Did I say I love this kid? I love him.
You do. You did. David Price going for the Dodgers. I don't know how long he's been out of the bullpen, but he's 4-1, 3.62 ERA. But he was in the bullpen most of the year. And that's it. And then we head back home. But we won't talk about that. But so you got the Dodgers series, 4, depending on who pitches tonight, 3 really good pitchers. Even David Price, who's 4-1, he's lost a little bit of what he used to have, but he's got that experience. But he's 4-1, 3.62 ERA when you're facing the Giants and the Padres a lot. So let's do this thing. How many are we gonna win this weekend, Keith? Don't say I don't know. I don't know. Moving along.
I'm gonna watch all these games like this.
How many games? It's very easy. Settle.
I am,
1, 2, 3, or 4.
I am thinking 1, but I am going to say, because I want to be optimistic, 2.
So we got to win tonight because there's no pitcher going for the Dodgers, right? And then we'll win on Sunday.
We don't know, because you know how we do against like AAA pitchers that come out of nowhere, but we'll see about that.
They might have just signed Nolan Ryan. Brought him out of retirement.
He'll shut us down.
Dude, they could sign Jim Ryan, a bum off the corner belly, and let him go out there. And if he's never pitched before, he'll shut us down.
The ham and cheese king.
For whatever reason, if we don't, you know what? It's all about our scouting team. Our scouting team sucks because obviously we're not scouting pitchers and we don't know how to hit against them. We're not going in with a plan. We're going up there lost at the plate. And you know what? Our scouting team sucks.
You know what? That's really good, Joe. That is really good. Yeah.
That is the Producer Joe we've come to know and love these last little bit.
No, but that's a good point. Our scouting team should really
but did you wait a second? Did you
analytics on these pitchers?
We shouldn't have gotten rid of all of our scouts. Scout them better. Did Joe? Did you give us a number?
No, I didn't.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I didn't miss anything.
It would be very.
I think we lost Joe.
I think he said 0.
I said, you guys don't hear me?
No, you can hear you now. You broke up a little bit.
You're back now.
No, it's honestly, it would be very optimistic to say 2 games. If I was being realistic, I'd say we're going to win 1 out of the 4. But the Met fan that never gives up, I'm really hopeful we win 2 out of 4.
I'm with you, brother.
And then what? What did that mean? We go 3-10 on the trip? Is that what happens? Ugh.
Well, no, the trip is actually only started in San Francisco. So if we go 2-4, then we'll go 3-4 on the road trip.
Still,
with nobody on our team.
Why 3-4 on a road trip to the West Coast?
No. What are you talking about? We just lost 5 in a row.
No. But you said the trip. The Dodgers were at home, so.
Okay.
Sorry,
I'm back to
Yeah.
Shea Stadium, City Field.
Shea,
Shady
Rodriguez, what do you think?
I think yesterday's game, the momentum that maybe can help them today, and I think they can get today's game. So I'm definitely thinking they win one. I'm praying they can win two and sneak a third and poison David Price or something and sneak a third in there. You know, whatever you got to do. Like I said at the beginning, by any means necessary. Win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat. Oh wait, that's wrong, isn't it?
Ric Flair said
Checking
that,
Astros.
right?
Thanks, Carlos Beltran. On to you, Alex Rodriguez.
So I'm gonna go with a nice little split in Los Angeles because if they bring up a rookie
2 out of
tonight,
4.
maybe we lose 3 out of 4.
You know, I changed my mind. We're going for the sweep, baby. We're taking these Dodgers down.
boy.
We're going to show
Oh,
them
boy.
why they should. I'm just kidding. I'm still my one, hopefully, too.
Terzio, absolutely agree with you. We need the Yankees to win next week against the Braves. It is what it is. You don't have to root for the Yankees to win, but you root for the Braves to lose against the Yankees. It is what it is.
Go,
No. I didn't say go all that route. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna do it. I'm rooting for that. Let's go.
This is
Yankees
enough for me.
Can't do that.
Aaron Judge, I hope he gets 4 bombs a game. Take those Braves down.
Wow. Look at the pin. Are those pinstripes on your shirt?
No, I'm a Met fan,
Can't tell.
baby.
No, I'm
And
just kidding. I'm kidding.
anybody that's
I'm
going to play
kidding.
the Braves is my team, and including the Yankees. As long as it's not the playoffs and we're not playing them. Let's go. Take them Braves down. Kill them.
100% agree.
Hope the Braves lose.
Please,
I'll be watching those games.
The good thing is, like we said, we have a series with the Braves. That's nice with a no matter how far back you are.
You know,
you got
that's
hope.
pretty bad. I can't even tell you 2 pitchers in the Yankees lineup, but I'll know after the Braves series at least 3.
Treat them. No, I think it's a 2-game set according to.
Well, then at least 2.
Yeah. All right. Over under. Who hits the most home runs this weekend? 4-game set.
Also them?
No, player.
The Dodgers. The Dodgers. The Dodgers.
Oh, are you talking? I thought it was. I thought it was a player in the Mets lineup. If it's Dodgers or Mets, it's easy Dodgers. It's
If it was a
easy
player in the Mets lineup, I have to go with my boy Pete. Because if Pete gets going, it sends electric through the lineup. So I'm hoping he does.
But do you think he will?
I think he can.
All right, Rodriguez. Are we gonna see a lot of home runs out of the Mets? Nimmo's gonna have a home run.
Nah, I would have said Conforto if they were righties. There's Nimmo. See, he's not even ready. He doesn't have his uniform.
No, that's Pete with an outside slider.
He's biting his lip.
I would have said Conforto, but there's 2 lefties pitching this weekend, so he's screwed. I'll go with Pete because I believe he's hot. Unless that hit yesterday, getting hit, that's gonna screw him.
Yeah,
Nimmo's not gonna
that
get
is
a
true.
hit, Producer Joe. Nimmo's not gonna do it. He's not even playing today. I don't think.
I'm looking.
Put a uni on.
I'm telling you my choice. I'm giving you my choice. There it is.
He said Nimmo.
So Nimmo's gonna hit them. Okay, all right. Hey, whatever.
I thought that was Pete's face on the outside slider. Sorry,
how can he get a home run if he doesn't swing? He doesn't swing. All he does is walk.
Truth. It's not going to be a McNeil because McNeil is not seeing a damn thing to hit first pitch because he's going after the first pitch no matter what. He's not even. The other day, a ball in the dirt that he didn't swing at first pitch. Up to date ERAs: Wheeler 2.77, Stroman 2.89, but Stroman is average at best. Remember all that stuff at the beginning of the year?
Yeah,
ungrateful Stroman.
Well, it was all
Stroman is this.
It was racism. Come on, call it what it was.
It was a lot.
Racism. Guess a little kid.
I think it was part racism, part Mets fandom, because I think a lot of Mets fans are just idiots and they go really off the chain. And then I think
Rodriguez will agree with that.
I think you have the other half who are just like don't like him because he's not your typical white ball player. So I do think there's both at play here. I wouldn't call him all racist, but can I just say I love the kid?
See, but that's what I appreciate about you guys.
Let me just say that you got to account for at least 5% of Met fans as stupid as me that mistook his opting out of the season last year. I totally, you know what? I hated him like poison because I thought he opted out mid-season and I was wrong. And there's got to be at least, 5% of Met fans as stupid as me.
I think more.
So 95% are racist.
But that's what I appreciate about you guys. You guys are, old school. Depending on who you talk to on the show, we go in, the progressive order of old school. But you guys are okay with some of the stuff that Stroman does, the strutting and that. Like look how he energizes the crowd. You see, it's just like Pete Alonso, going like this to the crowd. Stroman is doing his thing, showmanship, this and that. He's always complimenting his teammates on social media. And then the other day, somebody had the nerve. It might have been that Tim Healy joker. He tweeted out something saying, "Oh, your team just lost, but you tweeted out 2 highlights of yourself. So you must not," basically saying you must not be a team player. And he got destroyed by Mets fans saying, "Oh yeah, that Gold Glove play that maybe 2% of all pitchers can make."
Play.
What?
Listen, that was if you look at old school Twib highlights, This Week in Baseball highlights, they used to do it then annually. They used to do weekly and then annually. That would make the annual list for sure. It was an amazing play. So why not brag on it?
Listen,
I don't get it. All these guys out there.
Stroman doesn't go, as long as Stroman doesn't become a guy who goes after the other team and tries to show them off and tries to disrespect them with his antics. Then that's when the old school stuff kicks in. That's when you're saying, hey, listen, don't disrespect the game and don't act like a clown to the game. But if you're having fun with your team and you're energized and you're moving your fan base and you're cheering with the crowd and it's your crowd and your stuff, old school guys, let's just say we love that stuff. That's not going to be a problem for us.
And if you're on the other bench and you're not performing and the other guy does something against you and he's getting his own crowd going, humble yourself and get over it. When you get your chance, do better or shut up. That's competition. Sorry.
Wasn't one of those times like, okay, you struck out the guy to end the inning. Of course, the pitcher's going to be pumped up. I don't want in a big situation my pitcher just calmly walk off the field. Get pumped up. I like the Harvey stuff coming off the mound. You know how I feel about Harvey, but I love that about Harvey. I love the fist pumping. I love that kind of stuff.
I also love the deGrom business as usual. I just struck out the side. I'm just going to walk off the field like nothing happened.
Well, that's when you're elite.
That's
when you're elite. You can do it. Yeah,
and I appreciate it. I especially appreciate Stroman. Because, like I always say, the kid is a warrior, and he goes to war for us. Even his bad outings, he is out there battling. He is no punk on the mound, and if you don't understand baseball, you don't understand how much I appreciate Stroman. The kid goes out there and he performs, he battles, and does his thing. He is gritty, and he has talent to match that grit. And he works really hard to keep himself in shape. So you got to really appreciate Stroman. And I'm sorry if you don't. That's unfortunate for you. You must have a miserable life and everything sucks for you. But, that's how you want to live. That's good for you. That's not how I want to live.
Terzio, I don't have an answer for there's no lineup out yet for the Mets. So they might be waiting for the last possible minute.
I just looked.
Pete
might be either. Yep.
Checking his arm and whatnot. Before we wrap things up, as always, we get hungry around here. We talk about food towards the tail end of this show, and specifically Sterling's
meatballs and whiskey. Oh wait, Sterling's Paradise. If
Sterling's
you're not
Paradise.
Pros, go there and you'll see what we're talking about. Sorry,
you're missing out on so much.
You really are.
Sterling's Paradise, authentic Haitian cuisine, made by authentic Haitians. How about that? How about we do it like that? Breakfast, lunch, dinner, daily lunch specials. They are located in Margate. I always want to say Miramar for some reason. I'm not sure why I do that. M's. I'm
Say
smarter than
Margate.
that. 360 State Road 7 in Margate. Like I said, breakfast, lunch, dinner, lunch specials, easier on the wallet. You can call ahead, order, go pick it up, have it delivered. 754-205-2637 is the phone number. And again, for those of you listening on the audio only, the podcast version of this, 754-205-2637. Sterling's Paradise. Fantastic food.
And fantastic people who own the
Fantastic food.
business.
Fantastic people. Let's put a big old blue and orange ribbon on this bad boy as we go around robin. Any remaining thoughts, possibly of Wakata?
Yeah,
Keith.
Flocka to the whole entire Dodger organization. From day one, you're a bunch of traders. I don't care how long ago it was you left New York. Traders, traders, traders. Your name Dodgers. Why? Because you're trolley Dodgers. It's a Brooklyn native thing. And instead, you went to Los Angeles, kept your name, kept your aura, but you can't really have it. You're fake.
Aura.
You're a bunch of traders. You're a bunch of losers who buy your championships, which I wish we could do, by the way. No pun intended. I'm sorry. Actually, I hope we buy a championship. But anyway, screw you, Dodgers. Change your name, change your colors, be your own identity, you Los Angeles punk ass. I had to mute that part. Sorry. Let's go Mets. Flocka Dodgers. Let's go win 4 out of 4 this weekend. Even though I don't think it's going to happen. But Flocka. I hope we do. Let's go Mets.
William Laris, I don't know if there's any relations there, says, dem bums.
Oh, yeah. That was the good old days, brother, when they were there. Dem bums.
My mom was a Dodgers fan.
Yeah.
Back in the day because there was no Mets, so we forgive her. But then
Flocka, Frank Sergio's ex-wife. Flocka. Sorry, I had to.
What did that say? Oh,
he spelled it wrong. But
Fecat. That could be a new thing.
Fecat, your ex-wife, Frank.
Rodriguez, what are your closing thoughts today?
Let's hope they listen. They listen to freaking Steve Cohen and become a disciplined team and actually try to figure out what the Dodger pitchers might throw them at a 3-2 count. Let's try that. All right. Good luck, Mets. Are we closing up? Vaccinate. Take care of yourself. Good. Let's do a little shout out for Haiti. They just have a disaster over there. Especially
massive earthquake.
Look at that guy right there. Look at that guy.
7.2, right?
Already. 7.2.
I was not laughing at the 7.2. You see what, Keith? You made me do that. Why did I make you do that? Because I just made a move. And he got distracted. That's not my fault. That's your fault.
A good point. With all the political news going on in Afghanistan and everything else, there is a real human crisis going on right now in Haiti with that 7.2 earthquake. So donate, send water, diapers, personal stuff, whatever it is. Find your local place to donate. That's a good point, Rodriguez. Yeah, because it's crazy down there.
Next week?
Producer Joe's going to go down there and provide all his.
He's going on that humanitarian trip, right?
There.
He's going to provide his tampons that you don't use, right, Joe?
Absolutely is. Well,
no, seriously,
right.
it's a serious situation down there.
Yeah,
Find your local charity. It doesn't have to take cash. You got extra water in your house, toiletries, stuff like that. They will be able to use it.
Send them extra water.
Yeah.
Go to the supermarket, buy some water. Cheap fast.
Wait, you mean we're not going to send somebody to toss out toiletries?
No, that's only if Puerto Rico had a hurricane.
Okay. All right.
Don't bring that up, Farachi. That's a really sore spot with me, dude.
I know.
Beat his ass for that.
Let's do it. No. What? How does that work? Anyway, Producer Joe, any closing remarks here? I like the way it, on the bottom portion of the screen, it says Producer Joe, but it's got my face on it.
Good job, Frank.
Terzio gave $75. That's that goes a long way. Seriously.
Yeah.
Right, Producer Joe has no final thoughts.
No. I was checking out the schedule for next week to see if I could.
I was doing the same.
We're going to be. Yes. Yeah, that doesn't look real conducive to a
winning
show.
environment.
Maybe do
we'll figure it out.
An early show maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe an early show, but 90 days in first place. We crumbled in 2 weeks. I mean, crumbled. It's embarrassing. It hurts. It sucks. It's common. We see it all the time. We're used to it, and we still get hurt, and it still sucks. But, Terzio kept saying it. There's plenty of time. You know what? Just stick.
Okay, you saw it.
Yeah, a little bit of both, Terzio.
Wait, Rodriguez hasn't seen it yet. Terzio wants to know if Producer Joe is behind the wall or a jail cell.
Yeah,
And it was
it's a little bit
produced,
about
Joe.
Yeah, I'm not saying that I don't have a Gib costume, but I'm not saying I do either. But it's honestly just I agree with Terzio all night tonight. Stick to the plan. There's 42 games left. We can do this. We can turn it around. Hopefully we had our rough spot early enough that we can recover. Stick with them for a little while more, and we can let them break our hearts in September. Let's go Mets.
As they always do.
You remember Rodriguez went on that rant every year. Remember every year we got a battle. This year we flipped it. We were first place for 90 days, and now we just fall backwards. So Producer Joe is right. It's a rough week for us to schedule something, but we'll figure something out. Monday is an off day, but that's pretty close. We might do maybe we'll do a pregame show on Thursday, as we've done before we sweep the Giants. You see what I did there? Before we sweep the Giants, let's do a pregame show on that game.
Nice.
But we appreciate you guys joining us this week. As always, tons of fun, lots of good comments. Go out there and protect yourself. Get vaccinated. It's important. We all want to get back to normal. All these and not to rub it in anybody's faces.
Save a life.
But you got stuff going on in New York and California where you're not going to be able to do a lot of stuff. You're not going to be able to do the things that you might want to do that your vaccinated friends
end up in
might be able to partake with. Well, yeah, we'll see. But on the Mets note, let's do this thing. Let's use yesterday as a catalyst, get us going. I know that we've said it a couple times a week this season, but there is always that turning point, whether it be for the good or the bad. We've had the bad turning point with our starting pitching really coming out of the gates rather slowly in the offseason. Now, the good thing for us is there's still time to turn it right back around. Stay the course. As Terzio said, stay the course.
Wow.
Could still win.
And I hate the Dodgers.
Amazing. We can still win this thing. Not the wild card. We can still win this division. We've got games left against these guys. After we get through this schedule, then we can see what we can do for the remaining 5-6 weeks of the season as we head into the playoffs. But that'll do it for us today. Again, like we said, we'll keep you updated in the group on all the goings on all the stress, on the amount of tums we got to take, and we'll see if Producer Joe flip-flops at all this weekend. We will report on that next week.
How do you spell relief?
All the
Producer
time.
Joe is, All right, that'll do it for us. Producer Joe, why don't you take us out? Peace out, everybody.
Put up the ball.